This is QCC alum David Russell along with Joe Massey. The Queensborough Tigers about to take on the LaGuardia Redhawks in Game 2 of this doubleheader.
Oh, you're highfalutin now. You're alum, huh? All right, David, it's good to be back with you tonight.
First men's game we've done for Queensborough since the CUNY Championship loss to the Bronx.
And since the Tigers were tearing it up down at BMCC to get to that final, remember that?
Beating Hostos in overtime in a great game as the LaGuardia cheering section is making noise.
But they have a new coach, the Tigers.
Every time you come to do a Queensborough game, there are two things for certain. One, it's going to be cold outside, and two, there's going to be a new coach for Queensborough. And we have Carl Amenjo now, the former Tiger.
You know, Carl is a former Tiger, but he's also part of that last CUNY championship team that they had.
He had 18 points and 5 assists in that 2003 CUNY title game. So he hit 10 free throws in that game. The team as a whole, I don't know if you remember, this was 32 for 42 from the line. It was a wild game, and Teron Simpson in that game had 7 points, and he's the assistant now.
He's on the bench over there, yes.
Here's Joseph Turner with the ball for Queensborough, and an offensive foul called. It'll be Chris Brown. And speaking of former Queensborough players, the LaGuardia head coach, Ben Chobapond, who played here during the Cynickson days.
And I spoke to Pete, the athletic director here.
Yep.
And I asked him about Ben, and I said, was he in your tenure? He says, you know what? I don't even know anymore. I've been here so long. And he was fooling around, yeah.
Yes.
But it was he and Cynickson who brought Chobapond in.
And he played in between the championship teams of 1998 and 2003, so he's looking for his first to be on the sidelines. That's Chris Brown's called for a second foul, sorry.
That's how long we've been here. You young whippersnappers, you could go back 4 years.
Basket is good underneath. It's David Noel, and it's 2-0 LaGuardia.
And I'll get it off. Noel rings the bell on that one.
LaGuardia 2-0 in CUNY games. They beat BMCC. They beat Queensborough. How do you like the first ever game in school's history as Kodo misses? First ever game at BMCC. LaGuardia started on a 23-0 run and won 99-67. Not a bad way to start, as traveling is called on Kenny Baez.
And they also have the red uniforms, but I'll tell you what, these uniforms kind of resemble the York College uniform.
Oh, yes.
When they wear them on the road.
No Washington Bullets look.
No, the women have the Washington Bullet look.
Here's Joshua Williams to Kodo, and I'm surprised there aren't more returners for Queensborough, because remember last year for Robert Holford's team there were about 20 players, but only 4 returners this year.
And there were about 30 assistant coaches too. He always brings a large contingent with him.
He does, and here's a three-pointer, and it's no good. And Queensborough has it, looking for their first points of the game. Queensborough 0-4, 3 losses by 30 points or more. They haven't cracked the 70-point mark in the game yet, so they're hoping to get there tonight.
That was Blaine Bridie squeezing up the outside shot. He was part of that big team last year.
Yes, he was, and there's a turnover.
Tried to get the ball down low to LaGuardia, and they missed shot. I was talking to the new coach, Carl Amengo. We got to turn it around. That's what we got to do. Yes. Okay. I was talking to Carl Amengo before the game, and he said he wants his team to get tougher, David. He wants toughness out of them.
They had a bad second half against Nassau. They were down by 8 at halftime, ended up losing by 35. It's a game that got away from them. And it seems the last few years that we've been doing games, it doesn't matter whether it's Larry Dantzler or Holford. It's been tough second halves for the team.
Well, they've started out slow tonight, obviously, off that turnover. So Carl Amengo's going to bring them right over, and you can just about hear him up here.
You can hear him in the last row of the bleachers with headphones on. That's impressive yelling.
He's trying to get them into the concept that they're in a ball game.
That was the Robert Holford school of yelling.
Well, if you look down the Robert Holford record, just a tremendous record.
He was the losing coach for Hostos in that 2003 CUNY title game to Queensborough when Tom Sinnixon.
Yeah, and he wasn't very happy a few years later either when he got knocked out of the tournament and BMCC won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really taken back with that one.
4 on the shot clock. See if anybody notices. Gene Rose is going to have to put it up, and they don't notice. And there's a shot clock violation.
Tried.
Yeah, they lost sight of the clock.
Remember last year at the end of the year, that backcourt was playing such a big part in things.
We had Carl Benjamin. He played his 2 years, but he hit the big three-pointer in that Hostos playoff game. Here's Charles Williams inside. Misses and then got the rebound. And then over the back foul is called on Williams. So it'll be interesting to see how they defend him. Big size advantage.
Big size advantage, and they boxed out a little bit, and he went over the back, as you pointed out. But they do have Bridie back, and they have Turner back, who are on that team.
And Justin Joseph and Christopher Brown, and here's a full-court press. Now they back off a bit. Benjamin Ellis guarding Turner. Turner to Bridie. And Bridie's floater is short, no good. And Queensborough scoreless for the first 3 minutes. There's Kenny Baez, a long 2. That's no good, but there's an offensive rebound. David Noel underneath, and it's blocked! Gene Rosa sent the shot away. Turner. Now Bridie being guarded by Jermaine Anthony, and a foul is called. First foul on Jermaine Anthony, sorry.
He's trying to get the angle on him and kind of blocked him off a little bit, hand checked him, so that wasn't much of a foul, but it was a foul. And now Queensborough will have to inbound it. New shot clock to work with. They've really shown us nothing in terms of cohesiveness early on here.
And Turner hits the jumper, and the game is tied at 2.
There you go.
Yeah, first points of the game, 3.5 minutes in. There's Noel outside, three-pointer from Ellis is no good.
Well, they've shot a couple of bricks the last 2 times down, so give Queensborough an opportunity now to set it up.
There's another foul against the Red Hawks.
It's on Noel. Noel got him with the body.
That's his first.
Queensborough trying to open it up now and go more ISO.
And they isolate Turner. 1-4 set. Gene Rosa being guarded by Anthony, and he lost his footing. Got the ball back though. Williams, and another blocking foul was called. before the shot. 4 fouls against LaGuardia.
After Carl Amenga left here at Queensborough, he went to Baruch, where he finished his career as a ball player.
And his friend Tehran went to the rival school. And there's a three-pointer from Turner. 5-2, Queensborough.
Nice three-pointer there.
Trying to answer back, Jermaine Anthony can't. Rebounded by Noel and put in. Noel has all 4 points for LaGuardia, and it's 5-4 Queensborough. Now back the other way, Williams counted on the foul. Joshua Williams puts the Tigers up 7-4.
Well, time for the Tigers to get excited. And you have a good crowd in the building tonight, so they're getting them something to cheer about here. I'm going to mark down that Williams play as one of the big plays of the first half.
Williams trying to finish the three-point play, can't. It's going out of bounds, and Queensborough will have it.
Good job by Turner. He didn't go after that ball, but he just gave it enough space to go out. Tried to move in front of the other players so he wouldn't go after it.
And Queensborough has the ball back with the new 35.
We were excited down at Borough Manhattan last year. The way that team turned it on at the end of the year. That was something to behold.
And we did the game about 2 weeks before where Hostos came in here and won by 38. And then for Queensborough to beat them on a neutral court in overtime, one of the great playoff games. Now Barker has it. Rosa got a hand on the pass. It's broken up. Queensborough the other way. And a foul is called.
Is Brown number 23 tonight?
Talking for Queensborough?
Yes.
Chris Brown, 22.
Number 23 was going up with that ball.
Joshua Williams and at the line for two, and the second foul on Carl Pierre Knoll.
And that's the second big play Williams has made. This time he got blocked. See if we can make the free throw.
That rims out. Still 7-4 QCC. Charles Williams back in for LaGuardia. Williams averaging about 8 points and 7 rebounds per game early in the season. LaGuardia has to start most of the season on the road because of construction at the LaGuardia gym, and Queensborough will keep it.
That construction, it holds everything up.
This is nothing new for Ben Chobapon, the LaGuardia coach. Last year he was an assistant at Nassau, and Hurricane Sandy hit, and the Lions had to play most of the games in the first half of the season on the road. So
yeah, that was not good.
No, he's been here before, although different reason.
That was more like destruction.
Yes. There's a foul on Cantrell Barker. 7 fouls.
Can't believe we're 1 year removed from that. Last year, everything was so down, and even into October and November. People were just trying to get it back together.
Yeah, and for a long time after that.
But the basketball season went on, and
Nassau finished 5th in the region. Yeah,
a lot of these colleges were being used for emergency hospitals, and people were living there because they had no homes. So it's good that that's over with.
Williams makes it 8-4. Ref has a word with Noel. Looking to make both. Misses a second. LaGuardia has it down 8-4. Pass was too far ahead for Jermaine Anthony.
Jermaine did his best to grab that in, but he was just a step behind. He would have had a layup on that.
Anthony held scoreless in the first 5.5 minutes, averaging just a shade under 17 points per game. Had 34 on opening night at BMCC. There's an offensive foul.
As I was saying, Carl Amengo went over and played at Baruch College. He played for Ray Rankus after playing for the great Tom Seneckson here. And he went over to play for the great Ray Rankus over there. And I said, Carl, what did Ray teach you that Tom didn't teach you? Because you played for two such great coaches. He said he brought me a little further into the scheme of everything as a family because we were there for 4 years. You know, players were there for 4 years. And a little more in terms of cohesiveness.
Rosa had to go through his hands.
But there wasn't much between Seneckson and Rankus in terms of coaching. They were great coaches in this CUNY.
And meanwhile, Teron Simpson played for Ronald St. John.
Another great coach.
And how about that 2007 CUNY championship game finish for Teron Simpson?
How about that?
Was named MVP, and rightfully so, as a foul was called underneath.
They went to the big man inside. He had position in there. And let's face it, Queensborough just doesn't have the height to stop him when he gets that close to the basket.
They don't, and that's the second foul on Rosa.
Yeah, that last championship was hard to come by. They had to do it in the final seconds on a wing and a prayer.
From just inside half court, Teron Simpson hitting a three-pointer at the buzzer to give York the CUNY championship back in 2007. As Queensborough leads 8-5. And the second free throw is banked in. It's 8-6. Pass up ahead. It's Bridie being doubled. Now Turner. Turner inside. Nice pass. Back outside. Kodo is called for traveling.
He saw the open lane but couldn't get there. He bobbled the feet because his eyes were wide open. He said, I have some space, but he didn't make the move. He shuffled the feet.
LaGuardia looking to tie or take the lead. It's 8-6.
I was joking around with Teron before the game tonight because we'll get back to it. Bad pass right there.
A little overthrown for Williams. Turner to Francis. Francis couldn't hit. Now it's Cantrell Barker coming back the other way. Barker to the basket, couldn't hit.
But this game's going up and down right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had named Teron because I was a York announcer. I named him Mr. February.
Equivalent to the Mr. October Reggie Jackson has.
Thing, but because he'd come up with big plays in big games.
And that's how he won MVP of the tournament.
That's right.
Kodo misses his shot on the one end. LaGuardia misses on the other. Rebound by Williams. And followed up his own miss. It's 8-8.
Williams becoming a factor as we thought he might.
Williams and Noel with all 8 points for LaGuardia. Only 4 players have scored so far. Williams, long pass to Bridie. Bridie, tough shot is rebounded by Anthony. Baez, pull-up jumper is good. LaGuardia leads 10-8. Crowd starting to get on LaGuardia. There's Turner with it.
So at the 11:56 mark, they went ahead.
And Turner ties it at 10. Turner with 7 early points. Turner, a CUNY All-Star last year and an honorable mention in the region.
And well applied himself during the year to get those honors.
Certainly did, as LaGuardia will keep it with 22 on the shot clock.
If you remember, the Tigers started out last year with not much. They didn't look very competitive at times, and they wound up being mended into a well-oiled unit.
Beating Hostos and giving Bronx a scare. As Williams is called for steps, wave off the basket, and then they had a tough time in the regional. They were in the 1-8 matchup and were down to Sullivan 23-1 5 minutes into the game, but they only lost by 20.
When you get out of the conference, that's different ground, too, because you're playing teams you're not as familiar with.
Nice defensive play by Baez to take it away from Bridie.
Of course, they do play Sullivan during the year at times, but not as much as they play these CUNY teams.
They're actually going to play Sullivan right here on Saturday afternoon.
They'll have a chance for some payback there, but that's a good ball club. I mean, they've traditionally been a good club.
How about Hostos actually beat Sullivan earlier in the year?
I was going to say they lose a few players over there at Hostos, but with Jody King back, it's going to be the same system, and they'll be tough again. They'll be a tough team.
They will. And Bronx is already 6-0 this year.
Oh, boy.
Coming out of the gate strong as Deshaun Francis pulls down the rebound.
Let's see what Queensborough can do here from 11 minutes on. It's all even.
Sanjoy Carter, number 30, is in now for Queensborough with the yellow sneakers. Here's Williams to the basket. And a foul before the shot.
Williams a factor in this first half, as we've mentioned. He's made some big points. And he will go back to the free throw line.
There's a foul on Njoku, his first. Team's 8th.
Remember, they had a Jubilee last year, and he was big around the boards.
And he was number 23. First one is short. Here's Barker being guarded by Carter. Some fancy dribbling.
Yeah, they get excited, but he didn't do much with the ball. So
Barker to the basket, and a blocking foul is called.
There was a move right there. That made sense right there.
And how about the ref? Very emphatic, saying it was a blocking foul.
Yeah, it kind of got him on the side as he was spinning down. Kid obviously has some moves and quickness.
First foul on Dwayne Bridie as Barker is at the line trying to give the Redhawks the lead.
They're trying to make him miss, of course, but
to no avail. 11-10 LaGuardia.
They tell you, young man, keep your eyes on the basket. Don't worry about the crowd.
Crowd trying to rattle him.
You know, some guys actually shoot better when you razz them.
As Coach Shobapon calls a 30-second timeout. 10:42 to go in the first half. LaGuardia leading 12-10 as the LaGuardia contingency is dancing in the bleachers.
I have no scientific fact to back this up, but I would say some guys actually shoot better when you razz them because they're spiteful.
As the crowd is going back and forth.
They like getting under your skin, so they want to hit the shots.
Like Larry Bird against the Clippers, actually giving the ball back to the ref and trying to, incite the crowd before he made his free throws. Some guys live on that.
Listen, when I watched Larry Bird play, I thought he was such a clean player and that he never made any bad comments to anybody. I was wrong. I mean, Larry Bird was jiving everybody.
There's wrong and then there's wrong, Joe. I mean, you were really wrong on that.
He was giving them pokes here and there and telling them you can't play and whatever.
A lot of things we can't say.
A lot of things we can't say and we wouldn't want to. It's all part of the game, though.
This crowd is much louder than any that we've seen in recent years. Maybe the new bleachers, maybe the crowd is a little more closer, maybe a little closer to each other also.
And just think, we're among the first people ever to sit in these bleachers, traditionally and historically.
Almost turned over.
That might be written down somewhere sometime. You never know. 10:37 to go. And it stayed about the same, and let's see what the Tigers have in store for LaGuardia here.
It'll be Joel Johnson inbounding. There's Williams. Go up ahead, back to Johnson. Turner for three. No good. Looking to go on the same streak Shantana Kanoy had in the first half of this first game.
Turner usually hits those big threes. He's good on it.
And a foul called against Queensborough. A lot of fouls early on. Good calls, but just a lot of fouls. A lot of contact, as that's the first foul on Turner, team 6th.
A lot of quickness being displayed by the LaGuardia players, Abraham and Barker at one point. And
Jermaine Anthony still scoreless, is inbounding. Sorry, Joe.
And that's the reason for those fouls, too, because they've reached out and they've tried to stop him.
Here's Barker. Pass to Ellis, and Ellis's 3 is no good. LaGuardia, a bit rusty from the outside in the early going. And there's a turnover. It was on the line, LaGuardia ball. And Bibin Stressa will go in for Joel Johnson.
Carl Lamengo's trying to explain to him how to play that on the sideline. It becomes like a tough proposition because you slip up and you lose the ball.
There's Barker being guarded by Carter. There's a corner 3, and it's an air ball. Air ball from David Noel, and the crowd lets him know it. Here's Turner taking another 3. No good. Stressa trying to chase it down. It was out of bounds. LaGuardia ball with 9:36 to go in the first.
I think Turner's going to get a bit of a break right now because he's kind of off with his shooting and not settling in at all, so he'll take a sit down.
He's their best offensive player. And here's Noel inside. Good defensive play by Francis. LaGuardia will keep it with 24 on the shot clock.
They'll throw it in from underneath. They got the big guy in the middle of that stack there.
And they go right to him, and he puts it in off glass. Charles Williams with 6 points, and LaGuardia leads 14-10.
Comparative in size, he kind of looks like Hakeem Olajuwon right now.
Here's Williams. Outside Bridie, corner 3 is good. Dwayne Bridie cuts the LaGuardia lead to 1. 14-13.
If you remember, David, in that semifinal, that's the way they did it.
Nice defensive play, and then Noel. Whistle was blown. Shot clock reset, it should not have.
They blocked the big guy Williams there. Couldn't turn it up court, though. And maybe somebody jumped up in front of me. They did block Williams on that, didn't they? Or did you?
They jumped up in front of me too.
Yeah.
But LaGuardia still has it with 21 on the shot clock.
But they couldn't turn it up court. As I was saying, that's the way Queensborough did it in that semifinal last year down at BMCC. How many big shots did they hit in that game?
Carl Benjamin's 3 that rolled around twice and went in off glass. As Williams puts it in off glass. 8 points already. 16-13.
He's a tough proposition.
And there's a turnover. Barker counted on the foul. Barker puts LaGuardia up by 5 and a technical foul. Technical foul called after the basket by Barker. We'll sort this out.
So many Queensborough former players on the coaching staffs of these teams. And Ben Choppingham is watching his LaGuardia team go to work right now, and he's liking what he's seeing. He's a former Queensborough player.
He is.
Hurting his old school.
And the technical foul is on Bibin Stressa. So it'll be 3 free throws now, 2 technical free throws, and then the trying to finish the 3-point play.
Oh, that was devastating right there.
Makes both.
That extends the lead out to 20-13. Tigers can come back, though. They have to settle down, and they have to put a couple of people around that big man right now.
Just so we. Now is there another technical foul? No, that free throw would not have counted had it gone in.
Well, he had to shoot his regular free throw.
Well, I think they're trying to say he needs to shoot the regular one, but it shouldn't be a technical.
No.
Except there's nobody else at the free throw line, and there should be, I believe.
Now they're going to bring him over, I believe.
Don't want to give him too many free throws.
Too many free throws spoil the broth, as they say.
Well, I think now he's supposed to take one with everybody else at the line.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Well, he's not.
That was an intentional foul. Now they will get the ball. That was the tee.
So it was 3 free throws. Scoreboard hasn't changed. Now the ref is going to go to the scorer's table. And Carlo Menjo saying, wait, he already had 2 technical free throws. What is this? Ben Chobapon saying, yep, give him 3. Now they took a free throw off, and it says 19-13. That's not right.
Chopapard, excuse me. I mispronounced it earlier, yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out why is it 19-13.
Carl is as lost as we are over here because we don't understand what took place there. He went to the free throw line, I think it was 16.
It was 16
13.
16, and then he hit the basket, so 18-13. And then he took several free throws, so why is it only at 19? And Ben Chobapon is laughing. Now the third referee is in on it.
Did they allow the basket, though? That's the question.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what they're discussing.
I think they might have ruled an intentional foul and then a technical. So that accounted for the 3 points, and then they're supposed to get the ball.
Well, it should be 3, but, 16. So are you saying they didn't give him the continuation?
I don't think they did, no.
It looked like a continuation, not sure. They're going to bring the coaches together and explain this. Menjo and Chobapon.
Of course, they played a few years apart from each other here at Queensborough.
Yeah, just
maybe
a few.
About 2 or 3.
Yeah, not many.
Not for anything, but he's in good shape. But Ben looks like he put on a little extra poundage for Carl, but we always take note of that, even for ourselves.
I wonder what this is. Now, I wonder if you're right. If they didn't, then why would it be 3 technical free throws? Which is what? The way I thought it should be, it would be 18, then 2 technical free throws, 1 non-technical free throw. 21. 20 or 21. It looked like it was 20-13. He hit a free throw, and then the scoreboard went to 19.
Well, until they figure this out, we used to see so many men's banners hanging up there in the CUNY column for wins, and now we're starting to see all those women banners
they're
hanging
catching
up
up
there. Yep, here at Queensborough Community College. They've spent a good 4 minutes on this thing right now.
Well, the Queensborough crowd doesn't like it, whatever it is.
He's going to get another free throw.
He's going to get another free throw. I don't know what happens to the one he already hit, which got taken off the board. Missed. See if that comes back to haunt them, the free throw.
And they get the ball.
That's right. So after all of that.
All of this.
So Barker have him at 6 points. I guess it's only 5. That's still 2 fouls on Stress, though. Still a technical foul on him.
The best I can see is they called an intentional foul, they called a bench technical, and that wound up being 4 free throws.
19-13. It was 16, and then there was a basket and a foul, which you'd think would be 18. I don't know. Anyway, it's 19-13. I don't know if we'll figure this out until halftime.
Just have to ask them.
Well, here are more free throws, and they waved that one off. They're saying he was over the line. Well, just count that free throw.
Wow, we're having trouble at the free throw line.
Imagine if this was the hard part. So that's 20-13. That counts. And there will be another. So they waved off the first one before he took it. And now they waved that off. What is this call?
Well, the players are getting so restless they can't even stay focused at the free throw line.
So that free throw's not going to count. Maybe it's a lane violation.
You know how these kids are. They just want to play the game.
I don't know what that was. So a three-pointer by Bridie. It's 2016.
See, Bridie got up court and said, give me the ball, I'm going to shoot it.
No free throws needed.
Let's get out of this thing.
That, too, is no good, and Turner with it for Queensborough. He got a lot of time to rest during the free throw nonsense, and here's Francis. Couldn't hit. Here's LaGuardia back the other way. And Francis got a hand from behind. LaGuardia will keep it with 30 on the shot clock.
Down here, David, Francis just couldn't get uncoiled to get the ball to the basket. He was all which way and twisted, and they just never got a clear shot at the basket. But it winds up being LaGuardia's ball down here. Let's see if they can make good on it. Big man has it.
Williams!
Benzoom!
Wow. Posterizes Bridie. LaGuardia crowd going crazy. It's a near riot in the bleachers. And that's why you don't stand in front of Charles Williams when he wants to dunk.
That's what Lou Alcindor used to do when he went down to Manhattan in 1968.
Hey, there was no dunking in college. They had to put it in because of him.
High school.
Yeah, Power Memorial. 23-16. Charles Williams with the 11 points.
Did you ever see that gym he played in? It was like it had a stage.
And you know who taught him the hook shot? The father of Sean Couch, Jim.
How do you like that?
Your QPTV partner.
Yep.
And here's Francis. No good off glass. But Queensborough will keep it with 7:25 in the first half.
They have a picture of Lou Alcindor and all-time great shots taken in the USA Today or something like that. It's playing in that Xavier gym down there in Manhattan. You could see the buildings in the background through the hole in the wall up there.
Where's that Charles Williams dunk rank on the best that you've seen in person?
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, man.
I saw them at Power Memorial. They did some good things.
Underneath, there's Francis, and Francis puts it in. His first points of the game, it's 23-18.
Years after, they had another big man. They had several big men at Power Memorial. They had a guy named Bob Nishavius.
Yeah, class of 74, and then he went to Providence. Turner the other way, lays it in, it's 23-20.
They're right back in the ballgame.
The momentum from that dunk did not really carry in a near turnover, but LaGuardia will keep it. Really wild half.
Well, you get the feeling Queensborough likes that up-tempo game because they are now pumping on some cylinders, whereas before they were just flat. Well, they had to take that big jam from Williams to get going. Kind of embarrassed them on their court.
Steve Bridie has a chip on his shoulder now after being posterized. Three-pointer from Anthony, no good, and he's still scoreless. The leading scorer for the Redhawks over the first 4 games. LaGuardia has to be happy winning without him even scoring a point. Williams almost blocked it. Francis missed the putback. LaGuardia back the other way. It's Barker, pull-up jumper, no good. Tip, no good. Anthony off glass, it's good. 25-20. And Anthony finds his way in the scoring column.
Good persistence staying around that glass by LaGuardia, not giving up on that.
Pass was a little behind Turner. Bridie comes out with it. And a timeout is called by Carlo Menjo, who's getting concerned as he saw his guys in trouble. So after all of that, with 5:49 to go in the first half, LaGuardia leads 25-20.
I'm not saying Cottrell Barker of LaGuardia has any of the talent of this guy, but he does play that tiny Archibald type of game. Scampers all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there have been less talented players who played that, like a Slick Watts from the Seattle Supersonics. Fellow over here is wearing the Sonic jacket tonight, the old-time Sonic jacket in the stands, and that pumped me up with all these Sonic trivial facts. Anyway, turned into a pretty entertaining game aside from that free throw thing there.
Well, I think that added to it. I think that added to, whatever that was.
Couldn't figure it out to this point.
Added to the chaotic atmosphere.
The thing that really got Queensborough started was that Williams jam. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow.
Because you don't like to be embarrassed in front of your home crowd like that.
No.
That'll
You don't like to
up.
be embarrassed anywhere.
That'll get you up and going. That'll get you up and going, no. Don't forget, a few of these Queensborough Tigers do have that memory of being in those ball games last year. As you said, there's about 3 or 4 of them. Now, I know Carl Amengo is instituting a new system here, his own system.
Uh-huh.
But those guys can, be the people that he relies on to get his message across and play better basketball.
So after the timeout, here's Turner. Being guarded by Baez. Turner's 3. No good and rebounded by Williams. And here's Baez the other way. Takes a 3 and it's short. And Carter flies in for the rebound.
Foul.
Yep.
By the way, if Carl can institute or get inbred in this program a little of Ray Rankus, a little of Tom Sinnickson, that wouldn't be that bad, for this program.
Not a bad coaching tree.
No. Of course, Tom Sinnickson teams were, there weren't that many losing teams with Tom.
And we have 2 branches from the Tom Sinnickson coaching tree tonight.
That's right.
3 if you want to count Tehran as an assistant.
And you could throw Coach St. John in there because Tehran played for him. So.
Yep. Carter makes the front end of a 1-and-1.
Now, when you look down the all-time great CUNY coaches, those 3 are right on up there.
Think so.
With the best of them, Tony Petosa at Staten Island.
Give Jerry Powell credit.
Bob Horford,
yeah.
Jerry Powell. Yep.
Carter makes both. It's 25-22.
Ray Amelbert. He was phenomenal.
And we didn't bring up Rodney Carr to switch it to the women's side.
Yep.
Rodney Carr, when you win 8 championships, you.
Floyd Lane.
Boy, going back. He coached at Queensborough for a few years. There's a push-off.
He got caught in between moves and smacked into the Queensborough player and went down and took the foul.
Second foul on Jermaine Anthony. 5 minutes to go in the first half. LaGuardia leads 25-22.
Let's see what Queensborough can do with this opportunity. They've drawn to within 3.
Ojukwu guarding Williams. Here's Bridie. Queensborough can tie the game here. And Bridie go for 3. No good. He had the tie game in mind.
Rely on the veterans. That's what you got to do.
Inside. Couldn't score a loose ball. Ojukwu comes up with it. Couldn't put it in. No basket. Foul before the shot.
Just a great effort there by Ojukwu to get inside. He had to run to that ball a little bit, make the move to get to it. As you can see, he's a pretty good-looking athlete.
Each team in the double bonus now.
Well, so far, from what we've seen of LaGuardia, they're not that bad a ball club.
No. Ask BMCC, who lost by 32 to them. And then there was Kingsborough. LaGuardia was up by 20-something with a few minutes to go and took their starters out and won by 8. And then they lost to Chesapeake Community College on a 3 at the buzzer. And then they lost to Howard by 26 as that free throw was missed.
Queensborough underwent a big change over there without the big guy coaching them.
No Hassan Duncombe for the first time in quite a while, about a decade and a half. 5-second violation. LaGuardia ball.
I don't know if you know, how is Hassan doing health-wise lately?
Oh, good.
It's
good.
One of the big players in Ivy League history and here in the CUNY, played for the University of Penn.
Yeah.
Under
big
another big-time
wow.
coach over there. Yep, Big 5.
Fran Dunphy. Now at Temple. Nice defensive play by Williams to break up the pass for Williams. And Joshua Williams was fouled.
There are 10 team fouls on each club, so these are always going to be free throws now, 2 of them. And we'll see Williams go there.
Second foul on Njoku. Williams, first free throw is long.
How many for Williams so far?
I believe 3 points.
Could have added on to his total there. He was early on getting something going for Queensborough.
Splits the free throws, it's 26-23. Back the other way, Williams.
Block.
From behind, and Turner couldn't score, got his own rebound outside for 3. It's good. Tied at 26.
There were 2 of the customers that did it to Hostos last year, teaming up.
Brady, his third three-pointer.
And Turner, a good play, snatched that rebound, got it right back out to him.
Here's Baez to Williams. Posting up. Nice moves by Williams. It's 28-26. Smooth shot. 13 points for him.
Like the way Williams plays the game, too, not just his side. And the Tigers come back with a bucket.
28-28, 3 minutes to go in the first.
Well, we've got ourselves a ball game now.
Baez to Williams.
Wow.
And traveling is called. Baez passed up on a wide open jumper. Maybe a little too unselfish.
Yeah, they keep going to that spot now with Williams, and Queensborough's going to have to find a way to stop him in there. He pretty much stopped himself that time.
Tie game, 2:50 to go in the first half.
Brady's a good player also.
Yeah.
He's a money player.
One of the holdovers from the Holford era. Turner puts it in off glass, speaking of holdovers from the Holford era.
And Colamingo telling him, get back. I mean, that's where they really have to pick up their game.
Turner already in double-digit scoring. A straight-on 3 is good. Kareem Brown from downtown, 31-30 LaGuardia. 2:15 to go in the half. Joshua Williams led Carter with the pass. Carter underneath, the blocking foul is called. And it's on Bennett, his first.
Well, if you're a big fan of a lot of defense, you may not be a fan of this game, but this is a good game right now.
It is.
And it's had enough of its defense, but it's had a lot of open court, good plays.
Carter misses the first. Charles Williams back in for Bennett. Looking to tie the game, and does. It's 31-31. 2:09 to go in the first half.
31-31. I think that's even.
Here's Brown again. Couldn't hit that one.
Yeah, LaGuardia have been hot. They've been hot from outside. That ball knocked out of bounds, and they'll retain possession.
Queensborough could not corral the rebound.
All of a sudden, they started shooting that ball better from outside.
And Brown, no foul. And Brown will take another three, but misses that one. Williams, the offensive rebound. And traveling is called.
You could see Brown on that shot there never really got the feet situated. He wasn't sure as to whether he's going to take it or not. Ended up short. And then Williams gets to the ball, but then he bobbles his footwork and he loses the ball. By the way, that's one of the few poor plays the big man has made.
Yeah.
He's been a big factor in there, and he now takes a seat. He might need a little rest, you know. He might be getting a little worn down.
Now a little bit of pressure from the Red Hawks. Joshua Williams. Got to get it across and does.
Minute 39 to go.
Underneath. Counted and the foul. Queensborough takes the lead.
I'd say he got the ball to the right place, didn't he, on that nice pass?
Deshaun Francis put it in, then we'll go to the line.
Williams made that pass, right?
Yeah.
And he made a nice one. Waited for Francis to get in position and got him the ball right away.
Francis finishes the three-point play. It's 34-31 Queensborough. Five points for number 5. LaGuardia down by 3. 85 seconds to go in the first half. Baez being guarded by Turner. Baez to the basket, and it's good off glass. Sliced right through the defense. It's 34-33 Queensborough.
He went right by his man.
Good play by Baez, and here's Carter going past Brown, losing the ball, and then a foul is called.
That'll be a defensive foul right there.
Ben Chobapon was shrugging.
He was backing up just a smidgen, and that's why he got knocked over on the play. So they have to make those calls right away. A split-second decision on that.
Second foul on Kenny Baez as Carter hits the first.
I'd say Carter has been a factor here late in this first half.
Hitting a few free throws. It's 35-33. Trying to make one more, and does. It's 36-33.
And also making a few impelling drives, as they say.
Here's Baez, kick out, Ellis for 3. It's good. Tied at 36.
They really shot the ball well, LaGuardia.
Ellis with his first points of the game. With some pressure. Carter in the corner. Righty had it go through his hands, and the press forces a turnover.
There's the damage that three-pointer can do, David. They were opening up a little space. That was like a dagger, that three-pointer, and then they turn it over right away.
Not only do you get the points, you can set up your defense. 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. LaGuardia can run it down. Don't think they will.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get it to the big man, but there was too much cross
but there's
dissecting going on, and someone knocked somebody off the play.
So another foul against the Red Hawks.
Now that is a off-the-ball foul, so nobody shoots on that.
Queensborough could hold for the final shot. Brighty, loose ball, kicked around. LaGuardia picks it up. David Noel. Here's Ellis. Brown puts up a 3, and it's good.
They're really shooting the ball, as I said.
Three-pointer from Kareem Brown. 39-36 LaGuardia. Queensborough ball, 8 and 2, 10 seconds to go in the half. Carter inbounding. Joshua Williams. And a foul is called with 6 seconds to go, and Ben Chobapon unhappy, yelling why.
Now you can't commit that foul right there. Just can't do it. This is about as entertaining a half of basketball we've seen here at Queensborough in the past several years.
Yeah. So Joshua Williams at the line for 2.
You know, when you get these games around the holidays, fans are really into it. They're going to have the week off coming up, and you know,
don't think they don't know it.
A little extra special to be out here.
A week away from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
LaGuardia will have time to get off a good shot, 6 seconds after this free throw. Makes them both, it's 39-38. Time for LaGuardia. Baez is fouled at the other end with 4 and 10 seconds to go. And
why, oh why in the land of fouls do you do that? I know you want to go after the ball, but...
Well, Queensborough will actually have a legitimate shot to get a three-pointer off.
Let's see if he can shoot the free throws here.
Yep. Kenny Baez being screamed at and is unaffected. 40-38.
Yeah, we saw him do that before. He kind of winks up at the crowd now.
Think he's enjoying this?
Seems like he's a tough kid. That's what he seems like.
Baez played at Hostos a few years ago. Hits both free throws. It's 41-38.
Bronx. That's all I need to say.
There's a timeout to set up a final play. 4 and 10 seconds to go. See if they run something with a few screens to get off a good look here.
You live here in Queens. So,
yes.
You know, there are tough kids in Queens, too. Don't get me wrong. But in the Bronx, they're a little closer together. That's what it is. So they run into each other a little more.
Maybe these two teams...
now
this could be the new
rivalry going.
Bronx Hostos.
Sure. This is a great addition to the CUNY for that fact.
Yeah.
You got a Queensborough team. You have this team. There's going to be some big ball games being played between these teams.
Tigers no longer have a monopoly on Queens.
And you know what? Maybe it's time that they don't, because they need somebody to push them.
Maybe.
And make it very competitive here in this borough.
So they're not going to guard the inbounder with 4 seconds to go. Turner, 3 seconds, 2. Lost it, got to throw it up. And it's an air ball. What an entertaining first half. LaGuardia leads at halftime, 41-38.
Sure was, David. Very entertaining basketball.
Good crowd. Some controversy regarding free throws.
And I think we're going to see just as good a second half in this game.
I think it's going to be a wild 20 minutes. And the crowd is just getting started. Just because it's halftime doesn't mean the fans take a rest.
They're enjoying the game because they realize what we're talking about. It's a good ball game.
Yeah. Second half about to begin. LaGuardia leading 41-38. And some clarification on the free throws. It was supposed to be, there was a foul and then a technical foul. Now usually that would be two free throws on the shot and then 2 free throws for the technical. But because he hit the shot, it's supposed to be 1 shot and then the technical, but you have to give them in the order that they happened. So the rule was misapplied, and then the refs just fixed it.
Who cares?
Hey, we have a good game going here. It's 41-38.
That's all that matters, Dave.
Just wanted you to rest easy tonight so that you know what happened there.
The only thing is, if it happened in the final 2 minutes, then you'd be very upset. You know?
So after that turnover, LaGuardia will have it, 41-38. Remember, it took Queensborough 3 minutes to even get on the scoreboard.
And they got 9 points from Bridie. They had 8 from Turner in that first half.
And that was 3 threes from Bridie.
3 threes from Bridie. He had the 3 machine going.
Here's Baez. And it's off his leg, and the ball goes to Queensborough.
Because he thought he was by himself. Listen, Williams had 10 points in that first half. Big Williams. It was more than a handful. It's about 3 hands full.
Double-digit scoring in one half.
They hit 3 threes. They shot the ball well, LaGuardia.
I thought so. And here's Chris Brown, who picked up 2 early fouls. Back the other way. Anthony's shot was blocked, but it will stay with LaGuardia.
John Rosa with the double team down there said none of that here.
Neither team has scored in the first minute and a half of the second. Baez inbounding. Underneath. Noel couldn't put it in. Chris Brown up ahead to Bridie. Bridie pull up 3 for the tie. Yes! 41-41. 4 3-pointers for Dwayne Bridie. Dwayne Bridie has had the hot hand from downtown. 12 points, all from long distance. And a steal. Long pass for Turner. Turner counted on the foul. Queensborough leads. Joseph Turner laid it in.
Well, you can hear David getting excited because the Tigers really opened up in that last minute. First the Bridie 3, then they get the turnover, and then they turn it into a basket and a foul. And guess who did it? The 2 players from that magical run of last year. That's the way it was down at BMCC last year. Right there.
44-41, Queensborough. They've scored the first 6 points of this half. Nice pass outside, this to tie the game. No good. Rebounded by Bridie. And by the way, Ben Chobapont is a coach that will let his team play through adversity. He doesn't call quick timeouts, and there's a turnover. The other way, nice pass. And Ellis off glass, it's 44-43. And a steal, and LaGuardia can take the lead right here. Maybe they'll try to post up Williams. So there's a long pass, a 3-pointer. No good, and rebounded by Rosa. LaGuardia couldn't make Queensborough pay for the turnover. Defense jam starts up from the Red Hawk contingency. Baez guarding Turner. 1-4 set. We're already down to 14 on the shot clock. Here's Joshua Williams guarded by Ellis. Chris Brown is called for traveling. No basket.
Yeah, he moved the pivot foot before he took that ball. Well, just when he took that ball.
Not a lot of movement going on that possession. A lot of standing around.
Show the ball over to LaGuardia, and that burst. Now it's only a 1-point lead.
Nice pass down low. No basket for Williams.
Remember before, Williams went up and hit a high percentage shot on that.
He doesn't get much higher percentage than a dunk.
Rim and slam dunked it. A thunderous jam before, but this time he opted for the lay-in and got the foul.
That's the 3rd foul on Chris Brown as Williams misses the first.
You're always good when you put the big guys at the line because if they're not good free throw shooters, you're made out pretty well.
Yeah. Williams is able to tie the game at 44.
He seems to have a nice arc on his shot, though. He doesn't seem
it's
to
not
be
like
that
Shaq
bad.
throwing a line drive at the rim. .44, 3.5 minutes into the second. Here's Joshua Williams, and it's good.
Which was much better than Shaq throwing a line drive at your head.
Queensborough up 46-44. Baez. Nice moves by Baez, who is fouled.
Baez making things happen out there, as we stated earlier. Hey, what do you think, David? You think Shaq, the most imposing player that ever played the game of professional basketball, or even college basketball for that matter?
It's from a physical standpoint.
He was just unbelievable.
7'1", 300 pounds?
You don't get him tougher than that. I don't know.
First one was good by Baez. I think the most intimidating just to look at, maybe somebody who wasn't a great player, but Manute Bol.
Yeah.
7'7", and he wasn't a heavy guy, so I mean he was very thin.
He had a great personality too.
The late Manute Bol was 7'7". He looked about 10 feet tall because he was so skinny.
I interviewed him one time.
How did that go?
I couldn't see him.
Brown hits, it's 48-45. Chris Brown's first points of the game. Kenny Baez being guarded by Rosa. Yes, here's Anthony, and Anthony is fouled in the act of shooting, and it will be 3 shots.
And Bridie is saying no, but they say yes, and that'll give him 4.
4 fouls on Bridie, so he has a hot hand, but he has to go to the bench. What I wonder is, when will they bring him back?
It's going to be quite some time, and he had been ringing them up from outside, as we said. That's going to hurt, there's no doubt.
LaGuardia has to be a little happy. Jermaine Anthony, their leading scorer this season, has been basically a non-factor offensively, and they're only down by 1. And can tie the game if he hits this free throw.
It's 3 shots.
Yep, hit the first 2, but misses the third. Queensborough still leading.
Why couldn't Indiana do that the other night?
Here's Carter. And back to Joshua Williams. And slowing it up a bit. May not see the frantic pace that we saw in the first. And now Williams and Coach Amenjo were having a back and forth. I think Amenjo wanted him to go a little faster. They're already down to 4 on the shot clock. And the shot is no good. They never really got into anything there. And that'll stay with LaGuardia.
Just illustration of how much height that Williams has. Rosa was in front of him, was reaching for the ball, just about had his hands on it, and Williams just reached over him and said, "I'll take that ball, thank you."
It's the problem with the 1-4 set, although you may have a guy with the one-on-one, there's really no movement. And now Joshua Williams is going to go to the bench and have a word with Coach Amenjo. Kenny Baez being guarded by Turner. Baez, shot no good. Loose ball. Carter comes away with it for Queensborough.
He got fouled from behind trying to turn it up court. And that's going to be Noel. That's going to be his 3rd.
When this game gets late, it's going to be interesting. All the guys in foul trouble. Turner to Carter. A little more ball movement on this possession, and here's Cotto. Rosa in the lane, floater, too high off glass, got his own rebound. Couldn't put it in though. And Jermaine Anthony looking to give the Redhawks the lead. Anthony to the basket, it's no good. And rebounded by Cotto. Carter the other way.
Back we come, yes.
Yep, and a foul is called against LaGuardia. This bench Obapon puts his head in his hands.
Foul is on Baez.
Pointing out instructions.
Wait, yeah, Baez is going out.
That's the 4th on Baez.
He's played a big role, too. He's a tough player. Everybody's accumulating the fouls now.
Here's Turner. Nice move by Turner. Jumper. No good. LaGuardia ball. Benjamin Ellis to Anthony, and the floater too soft. Queensborough still up by 1. LaGuardia has only scored 6 points in this half, and Queensborough goes up 50-47.
And that was one heck of a move down the left of the lane, and he went into a little bit of a warp there, Williams.
And Turner with the steal to Brown, who lays it in. 52-47. And Ben Chobapon calls timeout with 13:11 to go. Queensborough by 5. They've started the half on a 14-6 run, a full timeout taken by the Redhawks.
A good timeout by Chobapon, because the former Queensborough player himself, as we mentioned many times tonight, because this Tiger team, even though he's not here, Horford, they're a team that seems to thrive off that turnover, that open court play. They get it charged up, and then they're kind of tough to stop. I think he's noticed that, and he wanted to call that timeout right here because they have it rolling a little bit.
And that really says something, because he's a coach. When he was at Forest Hills High School, I mean, he would wait. He would wait a while. He would wait longer than most coaches would to call a timeout. He wanted to see his team play through it. But he sees here, we were up by 3 at the half. All right, we're down by 5. Let's just try to stop the momentum right here.
Well, when you get a kid from a tough neighborhood, they put him in a different neighborhood. They say it's not easy to take the neighborhood out of the kid, but you could take the kid out of the neighborhood. And that's kind of the thing with losing their coach from last year.
Yeah.
You can move the coach, but what he instilled in him, it's not easy to get rid of. And you saw Brighty, saw Turner, you saw this play right here.
And what Coach Amenjo is currently instilling in them.
He wants them to be tough. So
yeah.
some of these guys know how to do that already. They really do.
Queensborough putting a bit of pressure on. And that pass is up ahead to Anthony. And a blocking foul is called. Tough call, but a good call. First foul on Kodo.
Very close play there, but you'll try to make a good defensive play and get caught up.
Anthony hits the free throw. It's 52-48.
I believe he has all his points from the line tonight, Anthony. 3 out of 3.
If it one field goal earlier, it's 52-49.
All right, so we'll throw that in there. We'll give him 6 points.
13 minutes to go. Queensborough by 3, and they have the ball. It's Joshua Williams, bounce pass to Turner. It's like a 3-2 zone. Turner the 3. No good. And rebounded by Barker. Being guarded by Carter. Barker, nice kick out. Here's Brown. Counted and the foul. Kareem Brown can tie the game with the free throw.
Yeah, I told you earlier, David, that little number 5 makes things happen. Barker got that ball up court. So, those two guys got into foul trouble. They brought Barker back in the game. And they got a basket out of it. He made a good play there to get the ball over.
Second foul on Carter, 5th on Queensborough this half, and the game is tied at 52. 12.5 minutes to play. LaGuardia in a 3-2. Williams. 20 on the shot clock. Williams gets help from Kodo. Just doing a lot of dribbling. Now to Kodo, to Carter. 12 on the shot clock. Carter. No good. Tip. Shot clock didn't reset. And now it does. And the layup is good by Joshua Williams. It's 54-52.
Yeah, Joshua's had a very nice game tonight.
Double-digit scoring. Queensborough leads by 2. 12 minutes to play. Here's Barker being guarded by Carter. Noel Down low, nice pass. And the basket is good by Carl Pierre Knoll. 54-54.
You got a real good ball game here.
Wow.
There's a kid also on Grady who played like number 5 on LaGuardia under one of the legendary coaches, Jack Ringel. And I'm trying to think of his name. He went to Fairfield. Taekwon Goody was as fast as they come in the PSAL. Sometimes these guys, you know, they make those plays. I mean, nobody can get in front of them. We used to call him the best peanut in the game. He was terrific.
It's the third foul on Carl Pierre Noel. Everybody in foul trouble. And now the big Charles Williams goes in for LaGuardia. Trying to take away anything underneath.
Well, anyway, he seems to spark up LaGuardia for some reason. Because of that reason, his speed.
Williams.
Of course, he is a liability defensively, so you have to watch that.
Turner, as the defense chance starts up.
They're in a zone right now.
And that forces you to take a three, and Brady. It's his 5th three-pointer.
Remember, he got in foul trouble. He went and sat on the bench, and he reheated it.
57-54. Queensborough leads, but if I'm LaGuardia, I would attack Brady right now. Try to have him draw his 5th foul, kick ball. Bounce pass, Turner. Couldn't lay it in. LaGuardia back the other way. Barker doing it all himself and laying it in. It's 57-56.
How about that, huh?
4-point swing. From Turner's miss to Barker's layup.
Like I said, one of the best games we've seen here at Queensborough in recent years.
Yeah. And traveling is called. Ball back to the Red Hawks.
Well, after you saw the color of the men's and the women's uniforms, you had no doubt they'd be called red something, right?
A little different lettering and numbering.
Yeah.
No blue here. And
No
stripes
blue.
on the sides.
Stripes on the side.
And Barker being guarded by Carter. Halfway through the second. Carl Pierre Noel back to Barker. Down to 15 on the shot clock. And a foul is called. That was good defense until the foul. Tough call to make. That's the 3rd foul on Carter. And it's Chris Brown who will go to the bench for Queensborough.
Well, you know what they say, I could have been a concert pianist if I didn't hit that sour note that time. Anyway, Brady sat on the bench with a little foul trouble. He hit 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He's got 5 three-pointers tonight.
Don't forget he has 4 fouls. One is called against LaGuardia.
There's a body contact foul off the ball down there. On Big Williams.
That's his 3rd.
That's a big body committing a big foul. They'd love to get him in foul difficulty.
Already has 3, still 9.5 minutes to play. 1-point game, pass was tipped. Got to Brady. Here's Carter for 3. No good. And rebounded by Williams. Anthony slowed it up momentarily. Nice pass up and under. Williams swooped in, but he couldn't finish.
Williams just couldn't get the reverse on the reverse that time.
Joshua Williams' shot was blocked. Altered by Juku. Anthony. LaGuardia leads 58-57.
Good adjustment there by Anthony. He got in the lane and he had to hold back that shot a little bit or he would have had it blocked, and he knew that. He made a good play.
What a wild game. LaGuardia up
It's an
by
excellent game.
And this on the heels of a 25-point blowout. And that pass was thrown behind Brady. He would have had a catch and shoot if it got him in the chest.
As we said, this LaGuardia team is a great addition to this conference.
Yes.
Really are.
Jermaine Anthony for three. No good. Missed that one badly. Not the greatest shot selection. That was just kind of hoisted up.
Good rebound there by Cotto. Waited for everybody to clear.
And they forgot about Deshaun Francis, and Queensborough goes up 59-58.
Can you say seesaw?
Williams all the way on the outside, the big man. Got to give it up. Loose ball. Williams got it back. Tip. Found its way to Brown.
Foul.
It was fouled by Cotto. Looked like a block almost, but a foul was called.
Tell you what, though, Cotto is about the only one on Queensborough who has the body mass to stay in there and play with a guy like Williams. He's not tall, but he has the body mass.
One of the guys who could bang down low. Tie game. Kareem Brown in double-digit scoring. It's 59-59.
In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a better game here at Queensborough in covering the men in the past several years. Terrific game.
In this gym specifically, as that one is off?
In this gym, yeah. Not one that tops this anyway.
No.
It's about as good as they come.
Still 8 minutes to go. Game tied at 59. LaGuardia back in that zone, which we spoke of before.
Oh, forget David. The men's team has not been that good over the past 6 or 7
Brady
years.
for three again. That one is no good.
Except for last year.
Little floater was an air ball. Too soft by Joshua Williams. Here's Noel. Couldn't lay it in. Loose ball. Kareem Brown outside. Brown for three. No good. And rebounded by Noel. Up and under. No good. Tipped again, and that'll be a tie-up. Tie-up, and it'll be Queensborough ball with 7:19 remaining.
It's been a frenetic pace.
Yeah.
And neither team shies away from playing this type of game, by the way. They both seem to be that type of ball club. They want to go after it. Now, you might find a better team in this CUNY conference of the community colleges, but you won't see two more exciting teams, I'll tell you that.
Queensborough looking to take back the lead. 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. And Barker over pursued momentarily, but the defense gets back.
This LaGuardia has a lot of players. They really do.
And a not-so-good pass by Deshaun Francis. Kareem Brown the other way. Brown to the basket. LaGuardia leads 61-59. Brown, the left-handed layup.
He's got 12 points. Kareem Brown.
And a little kiss off the glass. Queensborough looking to tie or take the lead.
You know what? That's the way Tehran used to do them. Simpson sits on the bench right now.
Joshua Williams. Down to 7 on the shot clock. See if they notice. Francis got to put it up. Counted on the foul. Deshaun Francis ties the game at 61.
Well, he went into gallop mode right there. He found it, his backside guarded, turned, galloped around the defender, and went right for the basket.
And now Francis can give Queensborough the lead with this free throw.
That was a strong move for a guy who's not that big.
No. With the shot clock running down.
Well, he's big enough. He's big enough. Let's put it that way.
And that's the fourth foul on Carl Pierre Noel. One more and he's done. Francis misses the free throws when we're still tied at 61. Here's Barker. Corner three from Brown. No good. And Brady with the rebound.
Big rebound by Brady there.
Yeah. And Brown had a pretty good look. Good look at a corner three.
Let's see who they go to here.
It's Brady for three. And it rims out. Francis the rebound. And the putback. And it's 63-61. Double-digit scoring for Francis. Queensborough by 2. Barker for three. LaGuardia leads 64-63. Barker in double-digit scoring. Ice in his veins. Look at that three. Here's Joshua Williams. Good ball movement. Here's Chris Brown inside. Better defense.
I believe that was Barker's first basket of the night, by the way.
It's Benjamin Ellis to Brown. Nice pass underneath. Pierre Noel. 66-63. And a full timeout taken by Carl Amenjo.
Great play. Great play. Brown had the ball, got the look, waited for his man Williams to get down low. Noel delivered the ball to him. You can't do it better than that, David, right there.
5:12 to go. LaGuardia leads 66-63.
Queensborough needs to come up with something right now to stem a little bit of a tide LaGuardia's got on. And they've done it with solid play, first from Barker and then that nice play right there. Both good plays.
I think the key will be Brighty one way or the other, whether it's his three-point shooting or he's one foul away from being disqualified.
Well, you see, that's the good thing. They're 3 points down, and you'll have Brighty in the game. You'll have Turner in the game.
Brighty's hit 5 threes.
Excellent game. Excellent.
It's like right where we left off with the playoffs last year.
And it's only November, so
yeah.
You shouldn't be playing at this level right now.
This game originally was going to be at LaGuardia, and then with the construction on the building, they pushed it back. So we'll have a road game there towards the end of the year.
You got to hand it to LaGuardia, though. They've suffered some foul difficulty. They've had to take out some key players, but they've come in with other key players. So that's why I said this is a deep basketball squad here at LaGuardia.
The fans are much more into it than in the past few years. I think having another Queens team is now upped up the local pride.
They don't have Williams in the game right now, the big man on LaGuardia's side.
No, but Joshua Williams has the ball for Queensborough, trying to get it to Brown. Good ball denial by Pierre Noel. Brighty, see if he takes another three.
He wants to. They're gonna have somebody right out on him.
Brighty to Joshua Williams, down to 7 on the shot clock. Brighty instead takes a 2-pointer, and it's
traveling.
Or is it an offensive foul? If that's on Brighty, that's his 5th, and he's done with 4:41 to go.
And they did call him for his 5th. I think he pushed off a little bit when he made that move.
Dwayne Brighty, the sharpshooter, will have to miss the final 4:41.
Now that's a control foul, so LaGuardia only gets the ball. There are 18 fouls.
LaGuardia will take it. And there's Barker, and Barker is fouled, so make it 19 fouls.
So for now, we'll call him the reincarnation of Tyrone Goody. Taekwon Goody, because that's the way he's played. You should have seen this kid Goody play. A lot of reporters in New York were watching Grady wrap up the championship back in 2000, David, when they beat a very good team that had about 6'11" players.
Barker hits both. It's 68-63. And Carter has 4 fouls. He's in danger. Queensborough down by 5. 4.5 minutes to go. There's Carter. Brown lost a handle on it. LaGuardia ball.
They've let it get away a little bit now, the Tigers.
And here's Ellis. And Ellis is fouled with 4:14 to go.
It looks like this game's starting to slip away from the Tigers a little bit. You're going to need some big plays right here.
And that's 4 fouls on Chris Brown. 1 more and he's done. Ellis misses a free throw. Queensborough also had a lot of bad luck last season. Nobody seemed to miss free throws against them during the regular season.
Well, there's one thing that helps, but they're going to have to make a couple of big plays somewhere along the way here and rewrite what's going on.
LaGuardia still has 1 foul to give, while Queensborough was already committed 10. As Ellis tries to split the free throws. Misses them both. And Chris Brown, who has 4 fouls and is still in, has the rebound.
And don't forget, Bridie is fouled out, so he's on the bench now.
That pass is turned over. Ellis got the hand in. 4 minutes to go. LaGuardia up by 5. For 3. No good. Maybe a little too deep for Kareem Brown. Maybe could have gone 1 step closer, but had a good catch and shoot.
Oh!
And Joshua Williams up and under at 68-65.
He has had a great game tonight, Williams.
And timeout called by Ben Chobapon with 3:36 to go. LaGuardia leads 68-65.
Well, that's one of the big plays they needed that I talked about right there.
And how about that 5-point swing between Brown missing a 3 and then Williams up and under on the other end?
Now, that was a big-time move by Williams. That's a good move right there. You know, they're going to have to sustain it, though, for another minute or so to try to get back in this game. And I think the point where LaGuardia has them a little outmanned is that they have a little deeper team. And now with Bridie on the bench, it's going to hurt a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
They brought Baez back in the game, by the way.
Bridie's absence will hurt if they need a 3-pointer late.
Well, you're going to have to look to Turner for that outside shot, too.
And you're right, Baez is back and has the ball and gives it up to Barker. Back to Baez. Nice pass to Barker for 3. No good. Brown got a hand on it. Barker saves it in.
Oh, boy.
Wow. And LaGuardia keeps it with 3:23 to go.
He's some little ball player, isn't he?
Jermaine Anthony goes in for LaGuardia. In for David Noel.
Now, there's the CUNY College, Community College ranks. It's one of the finest little ball players they brought in here. He's good.
And there's an offensive foul. And that's the 5th on Kenny Baez. He's done. Baez fouls out with 3:21 to go.
That won't help.
So Baez and Bridie are already done.
The 2 Bs.
Queensborough down by 3 with 3:15 to go.
By the way, Williams is back in now for LaGuardia, so he's blocking up the middle.
And Joshua Williams can't hit. Rebounded by Anthony. And almost a steal and a foul. A foul is going to be called, and if that's on Carter, it's his 5th.
A poke-in on Carter. He was going for the ball, poked it away, but pushed the LaGuardia player.
How tough is that? So close to a turnover, and instead he commits his 5th foul.
You know, you gotta use your best sense there and maybe stay away from committing the foul. Go after the ball, but not with that type of recklessness. It's hard to say. I mean, you can't ask players to go half speed.
They're going to have to play the final few minutes without Bridie and Carter. And Gene Rosa is in for Queensborough as Barker hits the first, and it's 69-65 Redhawks. Makes them both at 70-65. One more foul on LaGuardia, and Queensborough will be at the line. 3 minutes to go.
Big
Turner.
time up for the Tigers here.
Big possession, Cotto thought about a 3. Nice pass, Turner for 3, and it's good. Turner makes it 70-68. Joseph Turner with the big three.
He's got 14 now.
And timeout called by Ben Chobapon. 2:35 to go.
Hey, you know what I like most about this kid here, number 5? Retrieve his name real quick, David.
Yeah, for LaGuardia,
Barker, is that he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, he's fast.
Yep.
He makes moves, but he doesn't turn the ball over. And if a kid's going to play point guard at that size, you like to see that. He's a little moxie player. He has his ducks in a row, and he can make the move on you, distribute the ball. So I hope you don't think I'm making too much out of him, but I like what I've seen from him.
And Cantrell Barker has been very reliable with
Where
the ball.
Where did he come from? What school? Do you have any info
Not
on
sure.
that?
Not in front of me.
But he's played a Grady-like game tonight. That's what I like about him. I watched Grady play for about 3 or 4 years and got very close to Coach Ringel, who was one of the finest coaches in the history of high school basketball. And he would give me the lowdown on guys, and he was big on Goody. He was big on some of his other players. Another guy, he went on to Rutgers, if you remember, and he was a great three-point shooter. And
Sure.
So that's class ball players, and that's the way this kid has played tonight. I mean, he hasn't rung up the points, but
right.
you really don't need that.
He has a dozen or so points.
He hit a big shot before. Hold on to the ball.
Gave them the 64-63 lead.
Right.
David Noel inbounding. 2:35 to go, 27 on the clock. And here's Barker being guarded by Rosa. Barker to the basket. And a charge is called.
I was going to say, just when you're talking a guy up,
yeah,
something will happen, but you got to like the move he made anyway. I just might have taken it a little too far.
That's his third foul. Queensborough can tie or take the lead. 2:25 to go.
Let's see what the Tigers can do with this big turnover.
Rosa, Williams, Turner. Turner for the lead. No good. Rosa the rebound. No good. Tip. LaGuardia ball. Rosa missed a bunny, which would have tied the game at 70.
See, in the midst of that pressure, they'll locate Barker. Get him the ball right away. Get him the ball.
1:55 to go. Barker being guarded by Rosa. Williams is called for traveling. I don't think he expected to end up with it.
No, he did not. And you know what? He did not expect to get that ball right there. He was surprised.
Now Queensborough has it back with 1:52 to go.
And I think Barker was saying to him, come on, big man, you got to expect to get the ball there a little bit. You got to be ready.
Trying to preserve the clock a little bit. Williams to Turner. No, Turner wants to hoist them up. Now they're going to slow it down a bit. 100 seconds to play.
You're so fancy.
Brown down low. No good. Got his own rebound. Put back. No good. Looks like Charles Smith down there.
You can't knock his determination on those two. But they did foul Williams, and now we'll see the big man come down to the line. He wasn't ready for that pass. Now let's see if he's ready for these free throws. This is prime time right here. Look at that. I don't want to be tough on anybody, you know what I mean? I don't want to be tough on anybody.
That was the third foul on Rosa also. Williams misses the first.
I hate to be tough on the kids. I really do. They don't get paid, you know.
Not like us.
No.
Williams trying to split the free throws, and does. 71-68, Red Hawk. 86 seconds to go.
What do you want here, a two-point shot? What do you want?
No reason to force a three when you have a minute and 20 to go. They don't need it. Doesn't mean if they have a good one, they shouldn't take it. And here's Joshua Williams for the tie. Got it! Joshua Williams ties the game at 71. 1:05 to go. Barker being guarded by Rosa. 1 minute to play in regulation. Defense chance starts up and timeout is called by Ben Chobapon. 53 and 3, 10 seconds to go.
Well, they still have a little magic left from February.
Wow.
Let's put it that way, a little bit.
And making LaGuardia pay for that missed free throw. Crowds and fans are trying to yell over one another.
Yeah, Williams has had a big game tonight. He wasn't ready to get that ball before. He misses the free throws. You see how fickle everything can be in this game from 1 minute to the other.
Been tight throughout, 71-71.
You play a great game, and then when it gets down to the 1 minute mark, the spotlight is on you.
Yes.
So it's a different game at that point. I'm not blaming him for any loss or anything because it's always a team effort. Always a team effort.
So LaGuardia had a few blowouts in CUNY, and then an 8-point game that they were up by 25 and with a few minutes to go. But they did lose a game at the buzzer to Chesapeake. They were up by 2 and gave up a 3-pointer on the last play.
By the way, this game is far from over. Far from it. Because with one flick of the wrist, it can go the other way. One flick.
71-71 with only 53 and 3 seconds to go. LaGuardia has the ball. 20 on the shot clock. David Noel inbounding. There's a pass. Barker had to make sure it didn't go out of bounds. Barker being guarded by Rosa. 10 on the shot clock outside Noel. Noel, good off glass. LaGuardia by 2. 40 seconds to go. 4-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Queensborough trailing 73-71. 3-2 zone by LaGuardia. Now Anthony goes out to meet Joshua Williams.
Who do they want to have the shot here? That's the question.
Williams to the basket. And a foul is called.
Blocking foul, number 3.
It's against LaGuardia, 18 and 7-10 seconds to go. It's a 1-and-1. High pressure free throws, and it's the 3rd foul on Jermaine Anthony.
Anthony just couldn't slide over quick enough, got caught with the block. These are very tough free throws for this kid right here, though. These are not gimme free throws by any means.
No. Front end of a 1-and-1. Missed! Loose ball. Last touch by Rosa. It's going to be LaGuardia's ball. 17.5 seconds to play.
Got a foul right away.
You don't even go for the steal?
You try for maybe a second. It's 2 and it's foul.
And Ben Chobapon takes Charles Williams out, puts Kareem Brown in. Wants free throw shooters. How long does Queensborough wait to foul? And timeout is called by Ben Chobapon.
They wait for Ben Chobapon to call the timeout. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know,
although 3/10 of a second ran off the clock.
When the kid went to the line, I know he got fouled. I know it was a 1-and-1. Those are the toughest free throws in the world, though, and you know that's not easy. He's at first year with the team, right?
Yep.
So, he made quite a move to get him there, though, David. That was good. You know, even if they go on and lose this game, this has been some effort.
They're going to have to hope for a little help. They need a missed free throw if they don't just get an outright turnover. Still 17 seconds, so they have the option to go for the steal, even if they don't.
Game is far from over. But when LaGuardia gets the ball in, you better believe they're going to put it in the hands of number 5.
It's going to be David Noel inbounding. The other players, Benjamin Ellis, Cantrell Barker, Kareem Brown, Jermaine Anthony. And it's Barker, number 5, and Barker is fouled with 15 and 10 seconds remaining.
When you have a guy that can handle the ball like him, you have to get him the ball right away.
And it's a 2-shot foul. That's also the 3rd foul on Turner.
And Ben Chubapon, he's been through a lot of these games in Queensborough.
Oh, yeah.
He knows that. You got to get that ball inbounds to that
And
guy.
he knows this is far from over. Barker's first. No good! And now brings up a question, if he hits this one, do you foul if you're LaGuardia?
All I could say is the air becomes a little thinner when you're standing there by yourself at that line, particularly for young players on the community college level.
Barker trying to split the free throws. I don't know if that's going to count. I think LaGuardia may have called timeout before, or Queensborough called timeout.
Timeout.
Where is it?
Technical? Oh my goodness. Did they tee somebody up?
I'm not sure. That free throw doesn't count. The ref was blowing the whistle before. Technical foul against Queensborough.
That is an anticlimactic type of thing.
Well, the refs are going to talk about it. So Manchobapon asking, all right, he missed the front end of the 2. So we should have the second free throw.
Now he gets the second one, and then they get the ball.
He's going to have 2 technical free throws, up by 2. Costly technical foul. Only costly if he makes the free throws, and he makes the first. 74-71.
I don't know if it's whether they came over that sideline when they were arguing. Or
I don't know. Did they have?
I don't know.
Do they have a 6th guy on the court? Splits the free throw, so it's still a 1-possession game.
They get the ball again.
Well, he was in the middle of free throw, so he gets the second free throw.
Yeah.
But then it's Queensborough ball. If he misses this, Queensborough has it down by 3. And he makes it. 75-71. Timeout. Parlamento. Queensborough trails by 4.
Well, that was a big mistake to get that technical. What can you say? And it's a question of whether that technical needed to be called or whether it really did need to be called.
There was not much of an argument from the Queensborough sideline.
It's a very tough situation. Very tough situation when you get down to those final seconds. There's all kinds of yelling going on in the building.
Yeah.
So somebody might have stepped over, made their point too vehemently out here. I don't know.
Queensborough down by 4 will have the ball with 15 and 10 seconds remaining. They need a basket, a foul.
Or a 4-point shot.
Yeah.
Well, if they're wise, David, they're going to try to get the first 3 they can get and then foul right away.
And LaGuardia cannot foul.
And LaGuardia is going to be up here at this line trying to shut off the 3.
Joshua Williams got to put it up fast. Turner puts it up, and it's good. 1-point game, 9 and 10 seconds to go. Barker fouled. No matter what he does here, Queensborough has the ball, will have the ball. Queensborough will have the ball at worst, down by 3.
Joseph Turner, how about that?
How about that technical foul? 75-74 LaGuardia.
Well, now you forget about that, and,
Wow.
you worry about getting a three-pointer to tie this game, because that's what they could wind up with.
They could.
And in the best case, they can win the game if he misses the second one here.
So it's Barker. Two-shot free throw as Cotto committed the foul. That's his third. Misses the first. And now the foul is out of the equation for LaGuardia in terms of do you commit a foul up by 3.
And if you're LaGuardia, do not foul.
No.
Just stay away until the shot is released.
Barker at least trying to make it a 2-point game. And does. 76-74, 9 seconds to go. Queensborough ball. 2 ties it, 3 wins it. Williams, 5 seconds. Joshua Williams with 3. Williams to the basket. It's blocked and fouled. Fouled with 1 and 10 seconds to go.
Let's not celebrate yet. These
No.
are mighty big free throws right here.
And still, well, it's a 2-shot foul in the act of shooting.
He's got to deliver them now.
Yep.
He has to, so.
The refs not swallowing a whistle just because it's the end of the game, and that's the 5th foul.
And neither team swallowing the fact that they're going to lose this game. Either. It's been a great game.
Wow.
It's really been a great game.
Joshua Williams. Queensborough down by 2. 2 free throws coming up. Makes the first. 76-75. Both coaches yelling instructions out. Getting everybody in the right place. Joshua Williams. Queensborough down 76-75. Trying to tie it right here. He misses! Whose ball is it?
I think it's going to be Queensborough ball.
No decision. And there's still 1 and 1/10 second remaining. And Chobapon saying, how is more time not run off? It was 1.7 miss. Whose ball is it going to be?
It's going to be LaGuardia's ball.
And Queensborough was wondering how that could be.
It could be the end now. They got to intercept the inbound and lay it in. That's what they got to do.
Are the refs going to meet? I don't think so. 1 and 1/10 second. LaGuardia basically just has to make sure not to turn it over. They could throw a deep pass, and as long as it doesn't go out of bounds.
Right.
And a foul with 0.4 of a second to go.
Well, that's a heart-wrenching loss. That's what that is. But you got to be in them to play them and learn how to win them too. So, you don't take a lot of negatives out of this. You say this was an outstanding basketball game tonight. And
Queensborough may have one prayer left.
the way Queensborough's been playing, it's been good to be in a game like this.
Would you miss this one? Because if he makes this, Queensborough can inbound the ball and just throw up a miracle. You never know.
But Teron Simpson's on the bench. He's not on the court.
78-75. One chance. Turner. I don't know if he got it off in time, and he missed anyway. And LaGuardia pulls out a great game over Queensborough, 78-75.
An absolutely great game, really.
Came down to a free throw here and there, a technical free throw, and now the LaGuardia fans are cheering right in RFK Gym.
Well, it's been a good atmosphere in here tonight. People have enjoyed themselves, well behaved.
Yes, a lot of yelling, but nothing. Didn't have to worry about escalating.
It is but yet one small chapter of this series to come. And if it's going to be like this, it's going to be outstanding.
And this was, the first ever game between the two.
Yeah.
Set the bar high.
Queensborough has to be disappointed losing on their home court, but as I was stating, David, before we ran out of time there, they hadn't really been in ball games, so this is good that they were in one here.
I thought this was a tremendous game, especially coming on the heels of the 81-56 women's game. We had the technical free throw, which really hurt at the end.
So good luck to the Tigers. Maybe they'll pick it up next time. And as far as LaGuardia goes, great addition to the conference.
Definitely.
And a great win here tonight. Great win for them.
Tremendous, really back and forth. Neither team went up by double digits in the second half.
Should be an interesting tournament at the end of the year, we'll say that.
And that was just the first home game we did, Joe.
That's it. Many more to go, including that very good Hostos team from last year and others. Bronx, going to be Bronx in here. If Queensborough can stay in the game with Bronx, then they've come a ways. They've done good for themselves.
So for Joe Massey, I'm David Russell. LaGuardia beats Queensborough 78-75. Thanks for watching.